Hello, welcome to Spotlight, as bright as a summer's day in the south of France.
Spotlight, brought to you by the Isle of Man Arts Council.
This evening, have you got a golden ticket? It might just be pure imagination, but Willy Wonka is coming to the Gaiety Theatre. We'll hear from some of the cast members, including Charlize and Mr. Wonka himself. We drop down to the Soul Expression exhibition at the Loom Gallery and hear from one of the artists at the recent Children's Centre Big Day Out. Remember, do get in touch with any creative artistic endeavours you might be involved in, planning, hoping to create, or would really like to put in the spotlight. That's this programme, of course. Poetic, theatrical, musical, literary, ceramic, sculpture, drag, film, social media, digital, calligraphy, lots of others we hadn't even thought of, I dare say. You might have made up your own art form. Get in touch, spotlight@manxradio.com or Howard Kane with an E at manxradio.com. They both come to the same place. I read them all. I'm not the fastest at getting back always, but I always do get back, and it'd be lovely to feature you on the programme. Off we go then.
Hold your breath. Make a wish. Count to 3. Come with me, and you'll be in a world of pure imagination. Take a look, and you'll see into your imagination.
Perhaps one of the best-known songs from the classic 1971 film of Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, from the book by Roald Dahl in about 1964, I think it was. Was it? If you're a fan, it might not have escaped your notice that the stage show of the same is coming to the Gaiety Theatre tomorrow evening. Is the opening night. First time ever it's been seen on the Isle of Man. Not with Gene Wilder as Mr. Wonka, I must say, but I'm reliably informed someone just as good in the form of polymath Ben Heath. Ben, alongside Debbie Gooding, who's playing Mrs. Gloop, great role, and two Charlies, Joe Jennings and Thomas McAleer, spoke to Manx Radio's Christy DeHaven on 1 to 3. And Christy started with this question for Charlie 1, or maybe Charlie 2, I'm not sure. Joe Jennings.
So how much did you know about Charlie and the Chocolate Factory first? Because there's been several different iterations of it, hasn't there?
Well, I always preferred the books to the movies, so I'd always read them. And I suppose I just thought, why not give this a try? I'll see what happens.
So Roald Dahl fan then?
Well, was, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, hey, I am still a Roald Dahl fan, and I'm not 15 anymore, I can tell you that right now. His revolting rhymes are one of the best things ever written, I have to say. So then both of you getting to play one of the most iconic characters. I mean, what is that like, Thomas? It must be an amazing thing.
Yeah. Well, it's definitely a challenge, but it's very exciting. I can't wait. I think it's going to be great.
And I take it you both put your own little slant on it, do you? Do you do it sort of slightly different to each other, Joe?
Oh, yeah. Well, it's kind of weird because we're playing...
Definitely play it different, don't we?
Yeah, we're playing the same character and it's recognisable as the same character, but also they're completely different people as well. So that's interesting to watch each other as characters evolve.
Yeah. Oh, well, that's interesting to see each other evolve. I like that. Before I talk to the... I'm not sure I should call you grown-ups or not, but before I talk to the other members of the cast in the studio here, I have to ask, have you eaten a lot of chocolate and candy since you've been doing this?
Well, not yet. Although, I don't know.
Looking in the corner of the room, that's like a begging plea there.
Not allowed to touch. Yeah. For the show, don't touch those. So.
That's Ben Heath, you can hear chatting away there. Ben, you're playing the man himself.
The man himself.
The man himself, Mr. Wonka. I mean, what a character to play.
Yeah, not intimidating at all, right? Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, there've been several, obviously. There's been Gene, there's been Johnny, is it Timothy Chalamet that just most recently? Yeah. Who are you sort of channeling?
I think there's a bit of everything in there. It's nice going in knowing you're going to annoy at least 2/3 of the audience, right? Because everyone's got their favourites. So I think I think because it's a musical, I guess it's kind of closer to the original, I would say. But yeah, there's a little bit, hopefully a bit of all of them in there.
Yeah, and we've got Debbie with us who's playing Mrs. Gloop. Yeah. How did you end up getting this role?
Just was having a look at the script and thought, do you know what, this is a lot of fun. She sings, I think, the weirdest song in the, well, it's all quite weird. It's Roald Dahl.
It's all very weird.
So the principal adult numbers are short and sweet, but hilarious. So it's like, why not channel my inner Bavarian, you know?
She is one of the most fun characters, I have to say. And of course, Augustus is just, you know, hilarious in himself. So that must be great fun as well. And actually, speaking of the kind of family element, Ben, that's a really lovely thing, because within the production, there are various sort of family pairings,
There's
aren't
lots
there?
of family pairings, yeah. My daughter is in it. And how many other groups we got? With like 6 or 7?
6 or 7, yeah.
It's a real... I mean, Tellurian feels like a family anyway, so a lot of people come back every year and work on those different pieces. But yeah, it's nice to kind of like bring different generations in, and the young company is just, you know, outstanding, puts us to shame, really.
Definitely.
So they are really incredible and throwing themselves into it. So yeah, it's nice. Really
And
good.
you know, that's the thing, isn't it, about something like the Chocolate Factory, Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory, because everyone has a memory of it from somewhere, don't they, Debbie? I mean, what's your sort of resounding memory? I take it, are you more of a sort of Gene Wildery?
So
Willy Wonka?
always loved Roald Dahl books, like read all of the books, loved the books. I must admit, I'm controversially, I don't like any of the films, especially Gene Wilder. I find him a bit creepy.
It's definitely creepy.
Yeah. So my memory is the books, you know, but yeah, I just love Roald Dahl, so it's nice to take that. And it definitely has channeled the Roald Dahl imagination. But it's interesting because you see it in a different light. It's like when you start actually being in it, you see what he was meaning in the books from when I was like 12, 13. And it's quite weird to see it in a different perspective.
Yeah, absolutely. And, you know, we've got a bit of music running behind you here that you guys can't hear. But, I mean, you mentioned the songs there. There are so many iconic songs from each of the films, to be honest. And obviously that's not part of the books themselves. But, I mean, how many of the songs will we recognise, Ben, in this production?
I think that they're all in there. So Pure Imagination and Candyman and Golden Ticket. I mean, I think they're pretty much all in there from the original film. But actually, the score in general is great. I mean, there's some really lovely kind of original music in there, and also, I mean, we really jump around the genres. There's a bit of everything in there, which is a bit of a challenge.
Yeah, we go from yodeling to techno, don't we?
Yeah, we do.
And then you've still got the Oompa Loompa song that pops up every now and again. So yes.
As Debbie said, that the adult songs when they come on and introduce the kids and everything like that. I mean, they are hilarious. They really are really good, strong. So it's a really, yes, there's kind of the iconic music in there, but as a musical, it's a really well-rounded, nice, lovely piece actually.
I'm intrigued as well because, visually you are creating something that is so imaginative, but on a theatre stage. I mean, that's got to present some challenges.
Yeah, we're all excited to see what that's going to look like.
Yeah.
I mean, so we're in the rehearsal room. We move into the theatre at the weekend, so that's when everything's kind of starts to come together. But Chris, I think, is creating something that is probably the first time it's been seen on the Gaiety. So I think it really will be a spectacle. We've got to all live up to it, right? So
No pressure, guys. No pressure at all. I mean, what are you two most looking forward to? Joe, what are you most looking forward to once you get into the Gaiety? I mean, what do you want to see come to life in there?
It's almost like, I think it's the reactions of the audience like helps elevate the whole mood of the performance, like with gags that you didn't really notice were there, or like emotional bits that were hidden, or other examples of that.
Very well said. And Thomas, what did your family think when you got this role? Because as we've just been saying, everyone has a link somewhere to Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, whether it's the books, whether it's the films, the 3 different people that play Willy Wonka. We've all got a link. Were your family excited about you taking this on?
Well, yeah, of course we were. We were all, sort of shocked. I don't know if we'd say shocked, like to have a little bit of confidence. But of course, yeah, very excited. Happy to be a part of it, and can't wait to see what it's going to be.
I should say, I mean, this is a terrible joke, but do you feel like you've got the golden ticket?
Well, I guess so.
I mean, it must feel like magic. It really must. Ben, if you were putting a plea out there to people to try and get them to come and see this, I mean, just sell it to them. Not that it really needs it because it's Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, but what are they going to get?
I think it's definitely going to be a spectacle, both visually and musically. Kelvin, the musical director, is doing an amazing job. It's a huge band. It's a huge sound actually, which is surprising. I think from it, but I mean, I think there's some genuinely, and I know this gets used a lot, but there's genuinely something in it for everybody. On the face of it, it appears like it's going to be a show for young people, but there is a lot of depth and a lot of comedy in it. But like all of those kind of, children's films and children's entertainment really have. There's a lot going into. So don't be put off thinking it's just going to be a child's show. This is going to be something.
But there's nothing wrong with it being a kid again,
Absolutely
which I think
not.
this is going to make people feel like that, isn't it, Debbie?
Yeah, it's going to take you back to your childhood, whether, like you say, it is from reading the books or seeing the films. It is, and like Ben said, there are those adult jokes in there as well, just to keep it a bit more, interesting for the adults. But you are just going to sit back and be lost in the craziness of Roald Dahl.
The show opens tomorrow, Thursday evening, 31st of July, runs through until the 9th of August. Plenty of opportunities to see it, but it's going to be super popular, so book your tickets now to avoid disappointment.
Spotlight, brought to you by the Isle of Man Arts Council.
Let's head up north now to one of our favourite art galleries, the wonderful Loom in Laxey, for a catch-up with what's been going on there. Last time we were up, the open art exhibition on teeth was just coming to an end, and we'll actually hear more about that in the next week or two. But currently showing is the vibrant Soul Expressions exhibition. And when I met up with curator Julia Ashby-Smythe, I put it to her that it was a riot of colour.
It is. All this exhibition is created by the Thursday painters. Laura Espinosa-Moon, she does the workshops and the classes on a Thursday and a Saturday, and these are the Thursday painters. Some are well-established professional artists in their own right, and some have not painted for decades, some have never painted, and so you've got the full gamut of skill, if you like, and technique, and it's all about that joy of painting and expression and just the coming together to create art in a group of like-minded people with no expectation other than just having a great time.
And there's no set theme for this exhibition at all?
Laura will set a theme for the workshops, and then they'll create pieces and work on pieces on those themes, but this is just a whole cross-section of what those artists paint, and some have really recognisable styles, and others are just at that process of creating a style. And so it shows all steps of being an artist and just wanting to paint for the sheer joy of it.
Which is what it's all about in so many ways.
And that really comes across in this exhibition. That the word that I've heard people say is vibrant and joyous, which it is.
Yeah, it is vibrant, joyous, colourful. We'll have a very quick whiz. There's one right behind me as I was looking a little bit earlier, just when I came in, which has, even if you don't spot the kangaroo straight off, you look at the artwork underneath and you instantly think Aboriginal.
Yeah, that I'm not sure where that's a Kathy Craig picture, and it's from the word Jukurpa.
Oh, Jukurpa, Jukurpa. It's got to be an Aboriginal word, isn't it?
It is, and it means from going from the past to the present to the future all at once. And so I think it comes from some of the songs that are sung, when they sing the land, and I think it comes from that. But it's really colourful and vibrant and blacks and oranges. Yeah, it's lovely.
Terrific. And on the left of that, it's a wonderful, almost a sort of, from a colour point of view, because there's only really sort of 2 or 3 colours. It's a black cat on a black background. So if you can imagine a black cat out at night stalking somewhere, and you've got all the features of the cat, the whiskers and the nose and the ears and the fur, just picked out in white paint, and the only other colour really is the wonderful yellow of the cat's eye, and that's quite striking in its own way, just this sort of profile of the cat at night.
It is. It's like it's been caught by moonlight or a street light. Yeah, it is. It's very alert Yeah, it's wonderful.
And then a wonderful comical cat above with a sort of, looks, I was thinking when I was looking before, that, oh, he's a bit of a jazz cat. He sort of sounds like he's sitting there with music going through his ears, and he's just sort of,
That would work. Yeah, he's a little bit psychedelic as well. He looks like he's having a real good time. Yeah.
He does, doesn't he? Yeah. If we stroll down the left wall, there's more themes here. There's a wonderful birdie scheme on the left-hand side, some seals, a great frog. There's another one by Cathy Craig called Blooming, which has got lovely poppies, and again, a really vibrant sort of psychedelic sort of colours there. And then a bit further down, Delia Chamberlain's work. We won't name check everyone, but that's just to give you a little sort of flavour of it. I rather like this one as we're talking here today it's in one of the windows. I'm rather liking the way the light's coming from behind the canvas, actually.
It is. It's when you go through the day, the light hits it differently, but it makes it go into some sort of weird abstract modernism as well. And it's like Lynn's Pepe the Cat, which is canvas, but the light on in the eyes.
His eyes are lit up at the moment by the sun.
Yeah, they're amber. They become amber. It's one of those beautiful serendipitous things that happens with the light coming through.
You can imagine that if the lights were down and there was a full moon sort of coming through there, that would be that'd be quite spooky.
It gives it an extra light. Depending on the day, you get different effects. But yeah, it's.
They're gorgeous. On the top end, some lovely sort of semi-abstract ones. I think again by Laura Espinosa Moon, Sea Fresh, and what's this one? Autumn Leaves. And again, just looking at autumn right in front of you. It is an abstract, I guess, but it is those autumny colours of the reds and the russets and the golds. And you just imagine if you sort of saw all the leaves in autumn on the trees or something and half closed your eyes. That's the sort of effect you get.
Yeah, or under a puddle. You know, when they've all fallen, and you've got maybe one of those wonderful Manx autumn sunsets happening with all the autumn leaves underneath the water. It would be doing all those colours that people say, oh, they're not there, but they are.
Yeah,
Catch
absolutely.
the right moment, and they're all there.
They were terrific, really nice. And then a spring one alongside of that, some water lilies, I think, further down on the far wall, and then some other really super bright colours. And this one I rather looked at before, which is called Tour Around the Island, Lovely Lockton by Joe Louis. And it's another terrific one. It is, of course, featuring a Lockton, and then you've got two seagulls coming down. And if you are familiar with the work of Eileen Scher, I think there's a sort of a touch of the Eileen Schers about it as well, with a bit of sort of pointillist sort of type work going on in the background and the sheep in the middle. I love that one.
Those seagulls look like they have an agenda for your cheese and onion pasty. They certainly have got character. But all Joe's seagulls are so characterful. They're good fun. But it's very distinctive style, and her pictures and her pots. She's got some great pots in here as well. They do take you around the island. It's a good. There's something reminiscent about 1970s tourism postcards, but they're great. Yeah.
More gulls in 3D here in these. I was going to say, is it a vase or a pot? It's down as a pot.
Yeah. You could do anything with it. You could put your flowers in it, or you could put some pens in it, or you could put your odds and sods, whatever you collect. In my case, feathers and bits and pieces and random pencils.
Yep, sounds like me.
Yeah. There is something for everybody.
There is. You've got a few days left to come and see it. It's running through until the 9th of August, but also, if you're interested in actually finding more about the artists themselves, this coming Saturday, there's a chance to actually come along. Perhaps I heard rumour of cake, is that right?
Oh, yes.
Cake, coffee, and a chance to meet the artists.
Yes, especially they call themselves the Thursday Painters. And I think most of them will be here at some point popping in. And yeah, there is the threat of cake, which, that'll get me anywhere, really.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah. So it would be good to have a chat with them, because I say, especially some of them are right at the beginning of their artistic journey. So anybody that's a little bit hesitant of, I've got to be wonderful and marvellous, some of these girls are coming back to it, or just beginning to put paint to paper. And so it's good to chat to people and learn from their experiences, or ask them how they're doing something, and they're more than willing to give you tips and hints and what not to do and what to do, and always have cake, possibly wine. Just don't make sure that your paint pot and your wine pot
Don't get mixed up.
Yeah. Although, who cares?
Yeah, you wouldn't notice after a time. What time is that running from?
2 till 4.
2 to
Yeah,
4. Is
on
there a
Saturday.
charge for that, or is it an
No,
admission fee?
don't. Just come up. Yeah, just come up to the gallery and we'll be here.
Free cake, wine and art. Not necessarily in that order. What's not to like? Why not get yourself down there to say hello this Saturday, 2 to 4 p.m. at the Loom Gallery in Laxey. Finally this evening, another little piece which has come my way via the ever-wonderful colleague of mine, Christy DeHaven, who said you should listen to some of the artists who featured at the recent Children's Centre Big Day Out and here on Manx Radio and at the Meta Lounge recently down in Peel. Lots of wonderful acts. I particularly liked the pedal-laden sounds of Pat Knight, who spoke to CDH about his music.
Well, I hope this lasts forever with you by my side. Slight slivers of heaven.
John Martin, Nick Drake have been massive influences. It's endless, really. Yeah. Tim Buckley. Also just rock bands going back to Led Zeppelin and Grateful Dead. The Beatles, of course. Yeah. I was living in Manchester and then London, and I escaped to the music, really. I think when I was 18, wanted to go, and that was what I was going to do. I decided.
So has music been a sort of cathartic thing for you then? Is it something that sort of heals your soul? What does it do for you?
Yeah, always. It's definitely that. Yeah, it's a healing thing. Listening to music, playing music. Yeah, if it's special to you, then it can change your life.
And I have to say, listening to it as well, you create atmospheres, don't you? You do more than just write songs.
Soundscapes, yeah, I think.
Soundscapes,
yeah.
Good word, yeah. How long does it take you to sort of come up with these things? Because obviously you use the odd pedal now and again.
Yeah, I think the important thing is if they sound good without the pedals, then you've got a song there already. But then if you can add things to it, then it becomes this different thing. And it was John Martin who sort of enlightened me with the Echoplex, which is basically an echo pedal. So it expands the sound, and that's what really led me to writing like in this format. And it means you don't really need a band as well. I mean, it sounds better with a band, but you can go and do it by yourself, and it sounds like there's more than there actually is. So,
and we should say that obviously for this event itself, you are playing with a band, aren't you?
That is with Spotty Dog. That is with my friends Rob Harding, Bryce Collins and Callum Rowe, of course. That's Spotty Dog. Yeah, we're a covers band doing rock and roll songs and all the best bits of music.
So do you get a bit of Led Zeppelin there?
Oh, we haven't actually got a bit of Led Zeppelin. I don't know if we've got someone who can do the Robert Plant, really. It's quite high, isn't it?
It is quite high, yeah, I suppose so.
Yeah.
Well, we're going to hear a song from you. Tell us a bit about it, because obviously we've chatted a bit about the sort of soundscapes you create with the instrumentation side of it, but your lyrics have a bit of sort of psychedelia about them as well, don't they? So tell us about the song we're going to hear.
Yeah, I tend not to be able to write normal lyrics. They're usually all psychedelic in some kind of way, a bit dreamy, a bit airy-fairy. That song's called Golden Hour. And it's a song about your favourite times and moments in life, nostalgia and hindsight, quite powerful things. And music I always get nostalgic feelings from listening to music. And it's that song Golden Hour. It represents all those memories that you feel nostalgia in some kind of way. It can be from years ago, from going back to childhood, or it can be something that happened last week.
Well, it's fair to say that music sort of it marks different points in our life, doesn't it? Really,
always. Yeah, totally.
Yeah. What is it when you sort of think of a song that means something to you? What is the sort of biggest song for you?
Great question. I'd say going back to when I first moved to London in 2020, and I really fell in love with John Martin, which I was shown by a friend, and I just invested myself on getting better at fingerpicking and becoming an acoustic player I was always electric before then, and listened to John Martin's earliest albums. And yeah, from then on, that was my mission, to be that kind of player.
Do you think you were born in the wrong era?
I used to, but no, not anymore. No.
Sort of a mission, is it, to sort of bring that older music back into popularity?
You could say so, yeah. I think so. Yeah, anything that's different in this day and age is better. I mean, no offense to modern artists, but I don't relate to them in most ways. So
yeah,
I think actually I'd go as far as saying there's a lot of people I know, my friends, who don't relate to the music that's coming out of the world these days, the stuff that's popular on the radio, or maybe not.
That's interesting. So you're not alone in this. So actually your friends
not.
support this as well.
Yeah. Most of my friends do.
I'm really glad to hear that, because I've been trying to convince people of this for a long time.
Oh, no, it's true. We're out there, underground.
Are you a vinyl collector as well?
I'm not, I spend all my money on pedals and beer, so...
Well, to be fair, the pedals are important.
They are.
Well, I'll be here tonight. Over golden hour. Will I see you here tonight? Well, I'll be holding on to the golden sky.
Great stuff. Definite touch of the John Martins there. Check him out, as they say. That's about it for this week. Back in a week's time, when we'll be hearing all about the Isle of Man Choir Festival, among other joys. See you then. In the meantime, be good, and whatever you're doing, be creative about it. Timo.